Hey, Gwen, what's up?
Not much, not much. I love that intro.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So, how are you?
Busy
I
between,
know we had to
work.
change your night, which is
Yeah,
cool.
we got 2 weekends ago we went to the jail in Franklin, Kentucky, and it was pretty
Hmm.
cool. So I'm working on editing the video from that and from okay, another one. But I've been working and editing videos and everything so I can get them up
So, I
and
have to
everything.
show you. I have to show you. I
Uh-oh.
know you wore your shirt, but
Nice.
yeah,
That one's
it's my
cool.
lucky shirt. It's my lucky shirt. So, I have to wear it on Mondays because I have so much going on.
Yeah, that
So,
was
who do we have on this week, Mark?
on a taxi. I'm excited to talk to him. Stephen
You
Trumble.
ready? You ready to
Yeah,
bring him on? All right. So,
yeah.
here is Steve,
How you
Maybe.
doing?
Hey, Steve.
and
How you doing? And
Mike.
this my
Mike.
business partner. This is my business partner, Mike Burke.
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
How's it going, Mark?
Oh, I
Good
like
work.
the background. That's cool.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah,
house
that's
is
our
actual. Yeah,
haunted
that's our
ghost
Yeah.
story.
logo.
That's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool,
So
cool,
we
cool.
are. We're excited to be on your show tonight. All questions are. We love talking about our taxis. We love talking about. I can even talk about my near-death experience. What got me involved in all this, and then we'll tell you about our
Cool.
house. We're number 5. Our house is number 5 in the nation, most haunted house. It has 4 demons for sure, maybe a 5th, but we have a lot of things happen there.
You're in Kansas,
We're in
right?
Atchison, Kansas.
You guys
There with
close
Sally
to
House.
you talk close to the Sally House?
Yeah, they're across town. We're across town, and so is McIntyre, and that's where we
Yeah.
do our ghost tours up there.
Yeah, that's one place I want to. I mean, I've got a huge lineup what we're going to be doing, and we're either going to try to hit. I think probably next year we're going to try to hit the Sally House, but we got a lot lined up the rest of the year, and like when it gets hot, especially here, Tennessee, I try to stay away from anything that doesn't have AC or.
Yeah, right.
But
well, both our houses have AC. They have AC, we have AC. So
well, hey, we can add you to our long list of. We got the con coming up, and then we're going to be doing the Chestnut House. It's in Kentucky. We're doing that one.
I know what that is.
And then June we're doing Waverly, and we just got a long
Waverly
list.
Hills is always good.
It just keeps on going and going and going. We probably got 6 or 7 places or more that we got lined up that we're going to be going.
Are you guys both from Tennessee, or where you were both from?
No, I am. I live outside of Nashville.
Okay. And where do you live, Gwen?
I'm in South Carolina.
Oh, nice. Okay.
South Carolina.
Couple weekends. The 11th, we're going to visit Gwen and Lee's.
Yes.
And go on.
She's coming to visit.
Nice.
I'm eventually getting around to I mean, I love it. One reason Tennessee because I'm from Arizona originally, and there are some cool places out there to investigate, but not like Tennessee. We're located, Kansas too, and Kentucky. You're within driving to like some of the cool haunted locations.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what I like, about being here. Well, we had tornadoes come through last night. I don't like that, but. No. But
that's here, boy. Kansas.
I know Kansas.
Oh my God!
Kansas is tornado.
Yeah, we're in Kansas City. So I actually played football at ASU.
No, really?
Yeah. Years ago.
When were you out there?
Law back in 1981. And when I graduated, I actually was written up with Marcus Dupree. I was a really good corner.
That's probably why your name sounds so familiar to me.
Yeah, I played there for 2 years, broke my arm in 2 spots, and then I messed around, lost the scholarship, and then my dad, I came back. My dad was very mad at me, by the way. My dad, bless his soul, he's still mad at me by this day because I came home and he didn't talk to me for a while, and then he ended up getting a hold of UNO, and I ended up going to University of Nebraska Omaha.
I'll tell you what, if you guys, I know Steve, me and you've talked a little bit about it, but I can definitely hook you up here in Tennessee. Great. I mean, there's so much to, so many great locations around here. But I've been following you guys for a long time, and I know
Okay,
we
good.
we really didn't start talking until I asked you guys, to come.
Sure.
So for everybody who doesn't know, and they should know, can you explain a little about? Well, let's start off, I guess, with what you guys do and what got you into and everything, and then we'll go on.
Yeah, Mike, you want to start with our house first, and then I'll go into the haunted taxi. What do you say?
Yeah, Steve had the haunted taxi previous to us meeting, and we thought we'd get a haunted house for the tour, and he would keep driving by it with with tour people, and they start seeing orbs going up and down the side of the house, and so Steve immediately said, we ought to get this house. So we bought the house, and as we were putting it together, so many things happened. Tools would be missing. I'd see things that were in the living room in the basement.
No, I mean, I'm sorry to interrupt. What house is this?
This is our house. It's called the 1322 Maple House of the Dead.
Okay. The demon's house.
I need to put that on my checklist.
Yes, you need to come to our because we're going to show you some videos tonight that Gwen may even have to check out of here tonight when we're done here. I think maybe we'll see.
But anyways, go ahead.
Check out.
Yeah, that's kidding. No, but no. So Mike is right. We actually on 1322 Maple House of the Dead, the Demon's House. It's up in Atchison, and we also run the haunted taxi. The haunted taxi. You see You Haunted when you see You Haunted. And back when I started it was. The reason I started, so I used to come up with a name. I thought, well, can I come up with something that's kind of different? It says, You Haunted. Okay, so you could go, and so we do with a haunted taxi is we pick you up, we take you out to ghost stops along the way, let you get out and run ghost equipment in a cab. Okay. The one thing I didn't want to be is on ghost tours. A lot of my big competitors, I know, we're kind of big in the Midwest, and we're trying to go across the country, which we're working at, but I didn't want to be this on this side. You see over here on this side, it's over. I didn't want to be like that, right?
There was one, and they have done it for years. That used to be downtown Nashville. That would hit all the places, but it was just that they wouldn't say, okay, you'd walk half of it, and then something, whatever, and they'd be like, well, so and so died here, it's haunted, and then they go on to the next.
That wasn't very good.
No, we didn't want
to see the cool thing. The cool thing is that you guys actually, which I think is really cool, take them in a taxi and actually let them investigate or whatever.
Absolutely.
I think that it's like something you've never heard of. And when I first found you guys, I was like, that's pretty damn cool. That you guys do that. But anyways, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. But and I appreciate it, Mark. You've been following us a while, and Mark, I've noticed you on there when you're on the Facebook for a while, which is great, and we're excited that you're. By the way, too, real quickly, I want to shout out to these guys here. Okay, I know the Shadows and Spirits at the Paracon, which is coming, and to the Haunted Thomas Hotel, which you guys know a lot about, and they're going to be there May 3rd, and I'm going to be there along with my business partner, and there's quite a few people follow us. We have we're on Mr. Haunted on TikTok. We have about I think about 24 million roughly following us on Mr. Haunted.
Oh, I don't know.
So so we're coming in, and so a lot of people know who I am. I don't usually come on. I like being on shows, but I don't like being on shows because I have people call me about my sensitivity. But the ghost tours, how we started it was that we wanted people to go out there and enjoy the ghost tours without, being overly priced. And then also too, that they're fun and we made them family friendly. Now the one in Atchison, going into the House of the Dead, it's a different story. It is extremely, extremely haunted. We're number 5 in the nation. When I tell you guys it's super haunted, it's super haunted. You guys want to click the first video, you can kind of see it if you'd like to. Can you guys do that real quick?
Mark, do you want to see the video?
Yeah.
Which one is it? What's
it like? The very first one is the one right here, highlights. It's the first one.
Well, they may be different. Is it the Maple? The Maple?
Yeah, Maple House. Yep, that's the first one.
House,
yep. Yep.
There we go.
Oh, I love it already.
That's Twin Paranormal. They're a house. They look. Do you see their faces? They have no
Yeah.
faces. That's Dirty Gertie. I have a Holocaust doll up there. We have actually. My grandfather was in the Nuremberg trials. That's movement in the house. Our cameras go off 250 times a day, and they're upside down. We'll flip them back. They flip right back over.
That's crazy.
I thought that
We
was
have
a
things.
shadow,
We have
but
things thrown at rocks at people. We've had our tools would be thrown every day we go there.
Damn, dude.
But you can actually see this here. This thing's going to turn off all the lights here in a second. It'll turn off. It'll actually. It just moves things around. It messes with electronics. We had a guy recently in our basement try to kill his wife.
Oh, that's
in our
not good.
basement. Okay, so Gwen's ready to come there. Right,
Yeah.
let's go. Let's go.
I'm gonna
Steve.
put-
Absolutely.
Gwen's
goes.
going
There's
in
the light.
first.
Watch. There's
I'll
the
go
light.
first.
Boom. Did
Whoa.
you see it? Turn all the lights off. It moves around. It'll do all that kind of stuff. We laugh. We like the Sally House because we work with them a little bit, but we think ours is a little bit more fun, right, Mike?
Oh,
Yeah,
This is a shape. This is shapeshifter, or we think a skinwalker. We're not
crawler.
sure.
Crawler.
Watch
yeah.
this dog. He stands up, and you'll see his white faces on 2 legs. Here he comes. Right in your living room, people. Here he comes. Stands up on 2. You see the white face? That's him there.
it's kind of hard to see.
That was
He's there.
insane. So,
Yep, this
so
is-
how do I sign up? I want to go. Seriously.
Yeah, you
I'll
guys need to come. It's
No.
like I said, it is a kind of a place that our big thing is when you go, we want you to have fun on the ghost tour. We have 2 different ways to see it. You can do the ghost tour where you take you 13 different stops, let you get out, run ghost equipment, and then you go into the house, and that's $44.95 per person. And then also, 2, you can lease the house out. We lease the house out. We never let anybody spend the whole night. So we actually work with a hotel in town, which is because we will not let anybody spend a night, including Twin Paranormal Files. We've had Discovery, and we've also had, who else? We had Mekki there from Travel Channel. They were all there, and we've never let them spend the night because we have problems. We have possessions, the real possessions.
No, you know, I would want to, because just, you know, the cure. I mean, I've said this, and I haven't told you guys, but this October Halloween will be 39 years that I've been into the paranormal.
Wow, that's a long time.
So, but me, I mean, obviously I'm still doing it because, you know, it's never going to be answered, but that's more of a curiosity thing for me now. Another friend of mine who's going to be at the con is Shane, and we had to talk with him one night, and it was talking about the paranormal, demonology, and all that. So, what's the backstory on this home? Like, why did it become how it is?
You go ahead, Mike. You said, yeah.
Well, it was built on the old Atchison Cemetery, and when they moved it, supposedly 100 bodies were left behind, and so I believe there's a lot of action from that.
That's crazy.
And
I guess that would do it.
Well, we knew that one younger man got killed upstairs in the attic sharpening a sled. He got impaled across the front of his chest and passed away up there. And then we believe we've had several mediums come to the house, said they believe that at least 2 or 3 women have been abused and killed in this house.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the basement looks like there's graves. It's a pretty spooky place. It's
so let me ask you this, Stephen. Like I said, I talked to my friend Shane, who's Gwen, help me. Is he a priest or a bishop or?
He's a pastor, but he's
pastor,
also he's a pastor, but he also does helps with demonic possessions and stuff like that.
Does he actually cleanse out? I actually cleanse. I do a little bit of that. I don't do it all the time. No, they'll call me up again. I want these people, right, Mike? They're going to start calling me again. They're going to want to bring me into this thing. I know I do remote viewing. I do it. I do not look. I'm here. I'm a ghost guy now. Do not come after. You know, they say, "Oh, you're clairvoyant, super sensitive." Okay. You can say whatever you want to say about it. I just don't want. You know, it gets to a point where it gets ridiculous. I get people calling from Buenos Aires. I've got people calling from New York.
Whoa.
I've got them calling me all the time. They know who I am. I actually died 22 seconds and 12 seconds in
Wow.
2018. And so
See
yeah,
that I've got a lot, because I watch, hear a lot of stories and read and watch a lot of people saying with NDEs and everything. And, it interests me. But the thing is, like, and then your skeptics are always going to be skeptical. You can't convince them. But they're going to say, well, this and well, that. But why is everybody saying the same exact experience and story about an NDE? What they see and everything. I mean, is everybody like, is it a mass hallucination? And
no,
you know what I'm saying? No.
There's a heaven, okay? You're going to go. And so I'll go get into this a little bit. So I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole all night as we run the haunted taxi. But there is, you will. My blood pressure was at 240 for a week. I was coaching high school ball and did not believe in ghosts. You could have took me out and said, I had learned you'd either blocked and tackled, and I also ran a floor business. Okay, that's what I did. And then it happened when I died. I died for 22 seconds and 12 seconds. They revived me, brought me back. And then when I came back, when I did, I started to hear things in this left ear. And I still, to this day, I hear things and I also see things. And when you go to places, if you watch our shows on Haunted Journey show, it always calls us out, doesn't it, Mike? It calls me the light.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what always goes. They do. And I know demons. I've done a lot of research on demons, by the way, guys. I call them by their first letter because they piss me off, okay, a little bit. And like I tell them, I always tell people, I carry my Holy Trinity and my Benedict medal and everything and so I keep all that with me because I've been burned on camera at the house.
Wow.
We have actually burned
Steve
on
gets
camera
scratched a lot. He gets
scratched a lot. They don't. Yeah, I go places and things pick up. Like a Sally House, walked in there recently, and the TV turned on and the radio turned on, and this demon upstairs growled, and then also too, he turned that little parrot on, and he repeats after everything I'm saying, nobody else, and so they don't like people who have been. By the way, anybody out there, you know what? This is not your life, by the way. This is God's life. I want you to live your life as best you possibly can. I tell this. I used to say this when I went on my, I went to a lot of different places and talked about this. And now I just want people to understand that there's heaven. You're going to go. And when you go, you're going to get there and it's going to be incredible. And so when I came back, I didn't want to come back. But when I did, the next thing they worked on me, I wake up and I'm at the top of the room, and it's after they brought me back, I died for 22 seconds, 12 seconds. At 12 seconds, I'm at the top of the room looking and walking on me. Okay. By the way, I look like a really fat guy. I actually have a picture of that. You guys like to see that. I've actually got a picture when I was super sick. If you guys want to see that. But the thing is about it is that when you do come back, this is a privilege. It's not, a right. This is a privilege, and you live your life the best you possibly can. And, I tell this to a lot of people. A lot of people listen. Some people don't. I could care less if you do not or not. But I tell you this, that there is a heaven, and you will go. You will go if you believe in God and you stick focused on it.
So you're gone for a short time, but, a lot of people say that they say they go through the white light or whatever and see family members. And people say, "Oh no, they're just making that up." I don't believe that for 1 second.
I had the death rattle, guys. Look, for a week, my blood pressure was at 240.
Dang,
the moment I died, when I walked, I died. The guy with the truck me up, I died in the room when I fell down in the room, and they worked on me. I actually was in there for when I passed away. My blood pressure was at 269 when it went out. Okay. When I did, you have the death rattle, the whole nine. You wait, you go, you slide out. By the way, you're like in a tunnel. You feel like you're in a tunnel. You feel almost like a swing. And it went dark, and there was a tunnel in front of me. Was a huge bright light, and below me was boxes. These boxes, I don't know what the heck they were doing. They were colorful boxes in front of me. My cousin had come to me and said, "You're going to go back." And I didn't want to go back, but she said, "You're going to go back." Next thing I go back, the pain now is 100,000 times worse.
Wow.
And then I go out again. And next time at the top of the room, I'm looking down at myself, and I couldn't believe how fat I was. Okay, first time. I've lost a lot of weight since then. But I mean, and how you look when you're all ripped, everything they forget about, modesty. It's they're going. And then I wake up, and I do eventually wake up, and I look over. My wife's talking, and she looks at my blood pressure. It's not 160. And so,
Dang, that's crazy.
but yeah, so that's how I got involved in haunted stuff. I didn't believe in ghosts, guys.
Right.
You told me, I should have said, yeah, oh, yeah, you're full of crap. And my fact, my nan had a haunted doll. My grandfather was in the Nuremberg trials.
Whoa.
And he was in field. He had field. You guys know who Field Marshal Goering is?
Yeah.
Field Marshal Goering and 5 of his henchmen. My grandfather was their translator. And for 2 packs of fags, cigarettes,
Yes.
and some chocolates, we got a Hitler book, which is priceless, which is in safety deposit box. And then we got several other trinkets, including this doll that we got from Krakow Plaszow. The doll was beat up by German girls. Field Marshal Goering was notorious for stealing people's valuables and giving it to from the Jews to the Germans, to his German officers. And so the doll is actually, we got the doll, and my nan used to say it was haunted. Back then, I thought she was crazy until I brought it home. She gave it to me, and my daughter started hearing voices from it. We put it in the closet, and she said that night, she said, Joseph Goebbels and Joseph Stalin in her closet.
Dang.
I said, okay, oh, she's 7. Okay. So then I'm like, well, that's weird. So long story short, I kept the doll. And then obviously I had my near-death experience. And then so I brought it out. And so Mike and me have bought a lot of different haunted things for the house. I think we were trying to outdo each other, weren't we, Mike? A little bit. He buys something super like, yeah.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. We got paintings.
Oh, yeah.
Old paintings.
Hearst paintings.
At this Maple House?
Yeah, oh yeah, we got lots of stuff. We got lots of stuff. We tried to. Mike got a mirror from Translutigania, didn't you, Mike? That mirror from Translutigania.
That's a great place.
I got shaded mirrors from Hearst. I mean all sorts of good things. Oh yeah,
hey Lee, Lee's on, cool. But yeah, that's crazy. I mean, but when what I've done or later time, Steven, I'll get a hold of you and give me the information of what we got to do to be able to come up and do like release the house or whatever. I wouldn't want. Well, I still want to do the tour and everything, so we probably would do that. And I definitely want to get into the house and check it out. That sounds like something that's right up my alley. But,
oh yeah, you'll get quite a few experiences in that house.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we have had. We call it Vomit Alley, where people throw up a lot sometimes out there.
What is that like after you're in a house for 28 days? It kind of ramps up and ramps up. What's that 28-day rule, Steve?
It's possession. In fact, the Warrens. So I actually studied a little bit on the Warrens when they did things, and the Conjuring and all that. And so what they say is 28 days, and you become kind of attached to the actual property or attached to what's there. I know the demons' names that are in my house. I've got a hand in the ad. If you watch a little further on that thing, you'll see some more activity that we have in the house, which is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, we caught one flying out the front door.
Oh, hell. Why, Stephen and Mike, I want to ask you guys something. What's your guys' theory on why? Okay, one, I'll give you a quick background. I do to all the guests. When I grew up, I went to 6 years of Catholic school, and I was raised a Roman Catholic and went to church 2 or 3 times a week and all that. And you're taught that certain way and that certain beliefs, don't talk to the dead, don't do this, don't do that and everything. And I have a little understanding because I didn't get into it too much about demonology, but why would you think that? Were the demons brought there, or they're like, I'm bored, let's go to a house? I mean, what do you think? Why do you think they're there?
Demons are people. Okay, so
I think they're holding those people there.
They are. That's partly.
That's what I think.
That's all partly. There's some truth to that. But the thing is about it is that, I always tell this to people, talk about demons. They're everywhere, by the way. They're around you more than you know. Last time we were on the show on Channel 12, their entire network shut off, didn't they, Mike? When I was on, we were over there. Their entire network shut off. The host got her arm cut, and I got scratched up my side. And then they also that night they lost complete power to their place. And so these things mess with things. So demons have never lived. And I always tell people this too. Fear can serve us. Fear can make us stand up like in religion and teach you things, as long as it's a counselor, not a jailer. Some of these religions want to make you a jailer. And I know this is damn this and damn. Look, You're going to go to heaven. I'm telling you, listen to me.
Yeah.
You're going to go. And when you go, if you believe in God, you're going to go and you're going to have that feeling. I still look for that euphoria feeling to this day. I still look for it. And you know what? Every day above ground, if you read my bio, it says that every day above ground is a good day for me.
Good day.
Because I have scleroderma and I have an arachnoid cyst in my brain. My time horizon isn't as long as all yours. And so that's why I look at it differently. Okay. I look at it that it's important, but demons have never lived. And so what they do, they're usually small too. People think, oh, they're big. They're usually small, and they'll mess with you. You can mess with your finances. They can mess with. They'll do the opposite of what you do. You'll say, hey, knock on this door like this. They ain't gonna knock on. That ain't them knocking. That's a ghost. If they can do that at all, that's But you'll hear demons. What they'll do is they'll do the opposite of what you do.
Yeah, I that's what I heard. That like, I've done this a long time, and when I started, there wasn't hard. I mean, you didn't have anything to go to. Now you got the internet, whether it's right or wrong, but you got more sources to go to now. And I read books, I research locations. I just don't go, dude, it's haunted. Let's go, dude, bro. I don't.
We get those guys.
I don't do that because, like, the Thomas house, when I first went, there wasn't on the internet, oh, it's haunted. So we got to know the family really well. And the lady who ran at the time, Miss Evelyn, we missed her. She passed away. But I sat down with her and one of her sons, David, for like the 3 or 4 times we went there, and they told me everything, and I was writing it down and recording it and everything, because it was coming from the source. You're not going to find that information on the internet when you go out to find a location.
Right.
So I get it from the source. I do a ton. I may do, okay, we're going to this place in May. We're going to the Chestnut House. Okay. And that I've already started doing, getting all the information. That's what I do. But when these people that go in and do that and everything, I mean, you've got to have that. You got to know at least something, when you're doing the location and everything. But something like, the house that you guys do, to me, that's more information that I can, grab something and learn more about locations. Because to me, like, we have in Murfreesboro, which is just outside of Nashville, is probably one of my favorite places ever. It's a Stones River battlefield that from 1863, whatever it was. But yeah, and I've found out that I've got a relative buried at the cemetery out there. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I go out, and we've probably been out there probably over 200 times, but it's the information, the history that about places that I like. That's what intrigues me. Oh yeah, it's haunted. Okay, that's cool, but I also want to know, okay, why is it haunted? How could this happen? Or how did that happen? That's what I like to know. When, we still do home investigations, and I ask people the same questions, well, did you use a Ouija board? Did you do this? Did you do that? To get where, you'd be surprised more than none.
Yeah.
But I like the history. I like to get the information before I go out. Oh, my house is haunted. Okay, where do you live? And I go do research on it. Oh, okay. So yeah, you're trying to raise demons out in the cemetery. Okay, now
good luck with that.
But that's my thing. To get as much information about a location. Why is it haunted? That's why I asked you, why do you think the demons are there?
I think we're also on a ley line.
Yes.
Ley line.
Oh,
you always feel like you're off balance.
Speaking of that, do you guys know about the 33rd parallel?
Yes.
No.
It's just right above, like, Tennessee. It's just right into Kentucky. The 33rd parallel, right? So the 33rd parallel, for those that don't know, is there's parallels all over the world, but this one in particular, it runs through everything. It runs through the pyramids. It runs through Stonehenge. It runs through everything. And that part of Kentucky, matter of fact, where Octagon Hall is, and that jail we were just at, runs through the 33rd parallel. That's why all these, that's I'm also into UFOs too. I was with MUFON, but UFO sightings, hauntings, and all that. I mean, that runs through every major, like what I say, Stonehenge and the pyramids and Easter Island and all those places.
Right.
It runs through all that. And
Right.
up here in Kentucky, especially with Octagon Hall, is where it's the most haunted. And that goes back to the ley lines too.
We thought that they moved through the ley lines.
Octagon Hall. I actually watched Omar Gosh and Omar Gosh in there. That place is super. That'd be one that me and Mike we'd love to go to that.
It's a really great location.
It is, and most of these places you talk about that are the investigation and go and finding out a lot about each place is the reason why Mark, I didn't get a hotel room at that hotel is because I can't sleep. They bother me all night long.
See, I couldn't do that.
I get people. I have people touching me. It's crazy. I mean, I'll sit there. My wife will just be, what is that noise in the room? It just it just starts. So I have to literally find hotels that are newer. That's what we did. We found a newer one, didn't Mike? And I asked him, I said, hey, is your place haunted? Because I've been in like the Deco Hotel. I've been in a lot of hotels all over the country. Crescent. I've been there and I just can't sleep. So, but yeah.
I hope you guys can stay for the ghost hunt that we're doing.
We're going to be there. We're going to be there.
Because after the con, we're going to eat dinner. And then my friends, Marty and Michael Perry, who are extremely gifted psychic mediums. They're going to do a mediumship group. And then after that, we're going to just like split up and do, and this will be the 22nd time I've been to the Thomas House, I think, or 23rd, something like that. But we usually go twice a year. But this place is incredible, man. I'm telling you, it is. The owners are great. I've got so much evidence from there: disembodied voices, disembodied whistling, shadow people, full body apparitions. I've seen 2 apparitions of women up there. It's crazy. It's really.
When have you gone? Have you been up there?
No, I have not.
Okay.
We need to get her up here, but maybe but yeah, hopefully her and Lee are going to be going to Waverly with us. I hope.
I want to. Hopefully, that's the plan.
Waverly's a good place. That's such a big location. Yeah, our house up north where we're here in Kansas City, by the way. The haunted taxi we're in. I'll just tell you real quick where we're in Branson. We are in.
Good place.
We're here. Branson's really good. That's a great tour. We just lost a good guy, didn't we, Mike, down there? But we hired a new guy. He's a really good guy, and he's going to be really good down there. His name is Daniel. He'll be taking over, and Misty will also be down there. She'll be down there doing Eureka Springs. So
that's another good place.
Yep. And then we're going to be in we're in Atchison, Kansas City, and then we're going to be in called up there. A lot of people don't know about this pretty haunted place is Lake Okoboji up there. And we got Daniel there. Daniel is also quite the guy. And I think I got. Yeah, that's. So I was going to say all the guys that we just hired, and Daniel is really a nice guy.
That'll give me something to do. Y'all come to Nashville. I'll do it. I mean, I know.
There you go, Mike.
That'd be a nice place down there.
I'm serious. I
get
know.
On the ball, Mike. Get that.
I know all the haunted locations like the back of my hand.
All right.
I've been in Tennessee 28 years, and we've been in. When me and my wife moved to Tennessee, it was in '97, and we joined the only group at the time, Tennessee Ghost Hunters, and they disbanded 2 years later. So since '99, we're the only ones left from that time period of the original group. But yeah, we were the only ones left.
There you go, Mike. Get after that, Mike. I mean, we can get him. There's our guy there.
I know. I'm telling you. Seriously.
Man, I mean, I didn't even know. I know. Hey, I'm glad I came on the show tonight for Jesus.
Yeah, I know. We've been to. But see, what I like, you have to do your obligatory, I think that's the right word, haunted locations. But there's places that people say, it's not haunted. It's not because people get used to seeing all the big places, Waverly, all these other places and everything. Thomas House, Octagon Hall, and that's all they want. Yes, I do like those places. Don't get me wrong. I like all of the places, but I go to the places that are not where it's not being treated like a paranormal petting zoo. You know, and a lot of these places do that, unfortunately. But I go to the places, and I like the places that are not well known. That people, you know, like they say, you know, I as many times as we've been to the battlefield, oh, it's not haunted. I've even had people say Thomas House isn't haunted. I'm like, what are you smoking? You know, what are you guys not doing right? You know, and you guys probably know that too. But I like the unknown places. But yeah, man, I know all these places around North Tennessee, South, East, West, you know, Knoxville. And that'd be another good location because Knoxville probably has more haunted locations in the Nashville area.
Yeah, I think the people like to hear the history of the.
I love the history.
Yeah.
And I know I know the history of like that's what I'm saying. If I can't, because you get on the internet when we first went to the Thomas House, you couldn't find anything. We started going, we get it from the source. We get it from the woman who's been there 20 plus years or whatever. That's how I like to do it. If you don't have the information in the background, then you're not going to know why it's haunted. And if you're trying to tell us to people, well, okay, why is it haunted? Hey, let's go to the next location. You know, no, you can give them the information quick enough that you don't bore them, you know, and you have to be interesting. You have to be outgoing, and you have to, like, when, you know, I get on different interviews and everything, I talk too much, but it's because I enjoy talking about.
And that's what we want, right? That's what we look for. We want people we don't want them just to be bored and just ride the ghost tour. And that's like I told you, I didn't want to be this. On this side of the thing, you look on this side of the tour, you look on this side. Right. I'm not doing that. That's why we talk in a van, right?
Charlie Brown's teacher.
Charlie.
What?
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown's
yeah, right. That's exactly, and that's what we didn't want to have. Our cabs are the best. That's why we look at them like that. You know, when you talk about history, people always say, Steve, you really like the haunted stuff because you're that guy, you know, a sensitive guy. And I'm like, look, I can care less. I don't really want this. But truth to dear God, I can't sleep at hotels. I have to call around. I mean, I get burned. My cross has been burned on camera.
Yeah, Steve's always got two figures on him with the SLS.
Dude. I mean, I finally just, you know, I like the history, like you said, the history. So any place you go, I try to study as much as I can, like Octagon Hall. I know a lot of these places you're talking about because I watch a lot of different shows, and I know a lot of the paranormal influencers. You know, I'm real close with the, you know, Twin Paranormal there, and then Paranormal Files, and people that are, you know, they go pretty much
every dude guys.
And then Mike and me pick out some really. We just recently did a cemetery. If you come to Atchison, we'll take it.
I'm gonna put you all on our list because you know, we come up and stay a whole weekend and you guys can show us around. I'm really interested in that.
Yeah.
But you know, you're talking about there's something else I was gonna say.
You ask us why our house is,
but
our house is haunted, but I don't know exactly why it's haunted, but it's very haunted, and I think it's because of the cemetery. And
I would say that
notorious things happen there. It used to be a crack house at one time, also.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, let me give you. I'll fill you in the history real quick. The house was back. It was built before the house was a cemetery there. There's a rock where they used to do called coffin to grave. Back then, on that side of town, there was called Block 56, and the story's on called Block 56. What they would do is they wouldn't let like their African Americans or blacks go to the school. It would go half a day because they didn't have indoor plumbing. They also wouldn't let them go in the back, go back doors and eat and also drink. And so when they died, they buried them right where they lived. And so they just started burying them willy-nilly up there around our house. And so they say there's 100 left when you hear the ghost tours. I see a flash in my room here. What the heck, Mike? I just saw a flash in here.
Don't start, man.
I'm not lying to you. I swear to God. That was weird. All right. So what happened was so they're up there, and so what ended up happening, I cleansed this house, by the way. I keep this house cleansed, but what they did was they when they did die, they buried him right where they lived, and they buried him in 2-foot shallow graves. Animals got to them and tore them up. And so we've actually done some drones footage. We've shot up, and we see that they say there's 100. We think there's about 140 left. In the back of our yard, we have cemetery plots that are still there. I mow the grass, and it's on a ley line. I'm literally turning like this when I'm mowing because it's off. You're always off balance. All REM pods go like crazy there.
Wow.
Cat balls. I mean, anything.
That's
it's just
crazy, man.
And it was also, like Mike said, a crack house. It was a crack house in the late 80s. It was a crack house. And so, but we had some nefarious things happen in the house. Positive. We had some things in that house happen.
So you talk about some blood. What were okay? That little thing that was crawling or whatever. They're supposedly they're at Waverly, and they call them crawlers or whatever. But why? I mean, that's like, right? That's like a hodge. Your all's house is like a hodgepodge of everything. It's got this. We got ghosts. We got demons. We got crawlers. We got creepers. We got shadow men. I mean, that's kind of what it's interesting, and it really intrigues me why. Not just one thing, but why a variety of everything. It's that makes me think. Why is that happening? What can possibly make that happen?
What is it? You talk about a skinwalker?
No. Well, you talk about black figures that move up the walls, right?
That crawl on the ceiling or whatever.
So, right, Mike. Here it is.
We have one of those.
We have things that move across our ceiling. That's how they move. By the way, guys, we're going to be doing a special on demon travel coming up. It is going to be amazing. We've been a lot of places and been doing that stuff, getting ready for this. But what the one thing is that what they move, what you're talking about right there is the P demon or the Z demon. I believe those are the two that do a lot of that kind of call. And the people out there, I don't call them by their real names. You know who they are if you're demon people. I don't want to do it because, number one, I don't want to fool with it any more than anybody else. But I also, too, know where I'm going, and they know they can't come. By the way, you can't come, okay? So, but the thing is, when you see those things that move around, we have that stuff at our house. I'll tell you, we've seen them
move on camera. All the time. They will come out of the ground and shoot from here to there. I mean,
quickly,
like lightning.
I've got that video later for them.
If you slow the tapes down, you can see them actually.
Hey, Mark. We got about 10 minutes left.
Okay. So let's skip to the. I was trying to bring stuff up so I would remember. Let me see really quick. For the con is Saturday, May 5th at the Thomas House.
Right.
You can go to Ghost of Tennessee. May 3rd. I don't know why I said the 5th.
Yeah.
Oh, because of Star Wars. That's probably why.
Yeah.
But May 3rd at the Thomas House in Red Boiling Springs, Tennessee. Go to Ghost of Tennessee. That's our group page, and you get tickets on there. And what we're doing is they're $10 online, and they're going to be $15 at the day of the con. But what we're doing is everybody, two things. Everybody that buys a ticket gets a code for 3 free months of Paraflix TV, which I love. And not only that, but your name will be put in a raffle to go with us on an investigation to Waverly Hills. So that's something we just did, and of course you guys are going to be there. We got a great
we gave door prizes too, right?
Yes, and I really appreciate that.
A couple ghost tours for people to go on. You're able to go on a ghost tour.
And then I've got and what I'm working on right now is with all the guests. I was going to have individual speakers, but it'd take too long, so we're going to do panels. And once I get that ready, I'm going to send it out to everybody. But we got you guys. We got Appalachia Gypsy Healing Arts. She's giving away a free 1-hour reading. I got other people that are going to be giving away different readings and everything. So we got all kinds of great guests coming. We got all kinds of great giveaways and everything. Like I said, go to Ghost of Tennessee on Facebook. You'll find all the information there. Get your ticket. Not only that, you have a chance to win.
And I run the commercial before every show.
Yeah,
you do.
And like every day. So.
And Gwen, you did a good job today. I like the
Great
way you're
job.
doing
Thank
things,
you.
by the way. I'm very
Well, this is my third
very
show
nice.
of the night, and I've
Very
got one
nice.
more.
Yeah, you're very good.
Yeah.
And let,
Thank
yeah,
you.
and let me tell you something real about your guys' thing. I'll tell you this is good. Yeah, and people out there, you need to come to this stupid thing, okay? Yeah, I don't mean stupid thing, but you need to come to this Paracon, because the prices of other ones, you've
Yeah.
got to be kidding me. You go to one in Kansas City, or they got the one there at, I believe it's going to be at Waverly Hills, isn't it? The one there, or was it Pennhurst?
No,
think it's
I
at
know which one
Pennhurst.
you're talking about, Stephen. I know which one you're talking about.
Pennhurst. They're shooting.
Yeah,
These
Pennhurst,
things.
yeah.
The Kansas City one was expensive. This thing is wonderful.
Yes.
I'm telling you out there, if you
Well,
you
the whole
get yourself to the
right,
town.
the whole thing is we've been there so many times, and the family is really awesome, and we love them to death. But the whole thing is, they had a church across the street that was my favorite place to go. That was built before the Thomas House, which was built in 1908. This church was built before that for Red Boiling Springs, and they had to tear it down last year. I was really sad. So
Right.
what the whole purpose of this con, and I'm trying to get this across to people, is a fundraiser. Any money we make above and beyond what it's going to cost and everything is going to the family to help them make repairs on the Thomas House and everything. So that's the main reason we're doing this. And that's why, like you said, Stephen, when you said, well, when we first started talking, well, you're really cheap. I mean, yeah, I'm not out to make millions of dollars.
Nope.
But
I'm
let
out
me
to,
say this, you guys, it's a good cause. If you come for $10 and you feel the need, please donate. Please
Yes.
donate.
Yes.
Please do.
Yes.
Even if it's
Good
10
job,
more
Gwen.
dollars. I mean, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Gwen.
They need it. They do.
Is it?
And I wish I could come.
Is it Jack Osborne and Katrina Whiteman coming?
I wish if I had about $1 million to pay them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I
Do
thought
that
maybe they were
anymore.
coming. I thought they're.
No, I got a lot of people that are willing to donate, and I really appreciate that. I had a certain set of other people that was going to cost me almost $4,000 to get them here, and I'm like, no, if I had the money, possibly. Are they going to bring people? I don't know, but what's the last thing she said? Ghost her. But I appreciate everybody coming, everybody giving their time, and everybody. I mean, we got some great door prizes besides what y'all are doing.
Yeah.
So it's going to be awesome. But Stephen, I sent you a friend request, and Mike, I just sent you one, if that's all right.
Okay. Thank you.
And so we can talk. I know Stephen, we talked through the haunted taxi thing, but if that's okay, I sent you guys both a friend request so we could just talk.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'd like the information, because we would. Anyways, what we're doing is me and my buddy we came up with a thing we started doing called what do we call it? Going across Tennessee and filming.
I love it.
Paranormal encounters.
I love it. Hey,
That's
look,
what
this is what it's all about.
Paranormal
It's folksy. I like folksy. I love all this. I mean,
Yeah, I've got so much going on in my head, and
I have.
like I
Look, I've had so many influencers to our house. I mean, guys that have 1 million views all the time to our place. I like this. I think it's going to be fun. And you people out there, you need to get yourself to this thing, because number one, there's going to be a lot of good people he's going to have there.
Yes.
And plus, you're going to have some good guests. And plus, on top of that, I'm going to be there. So you can come see me.
Oh, that's worth it right there. I mean,
there you go.
And like I said, and the light don't always show up everywhere. Okay. So a lot of you out there know who I am. And like I said, I will be at this thing. I'm really looking forward to it. My wife's looking forward to it. And Mike's wife's looking forward to it. And we're going to come there. And I'm not going to have to stay in the haunted hotel and worry about people bothering me all night long. But I will be there at the hotel to enjoy the.
You'll feel it once you step into there, because it's like, what it's like is when we go and stay, I get comfortable. I get in my PJs. I take my shoes off. It's like walking around your grandma's house at night. It is.
That's great.
It is. I get comfortable. I get comfortable, like I'm visiting my grandma, and the cooking is incredible, and the buffet is incredible, and it's like going to grandma's house. And we stay up to 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, ghost hunting, and it's an incredible place, and the family's awesome. But you guys are gonna like it. You guys are
Oh,
gonna like.
yeah.
But anyways,
Excited. We're excited, aren't we, Mike? We're really
Yeah,
excited.
talking
And
about
we're very honored to come. We're very
that's
honored.
what I'm. Yeah, I'm working on the paranormal encounters, and you know, working, and then trying to find time because it takes forever to edit the video and everything. I finally found time to work on that, and I'm gonna get those up on our YouTube channel and everything, and get all this going. But yeah, you guys, we can talk about it more. I'm your man in Nashville. I'm telling you.
Maybe
Oh,
we
man,
can put
we're
a haunted
ready.
taxi down there.
That's
Yes.
you, Mike.
I'm telling
That's
you,
you, Mike. I'm pointing at you, Mike.
I'm telling you, you would probably need 10 or 15 cabs down here to do it. Seriously.
That'd be
Because
good.
there's nothing like it. There's
Oh,
nothing for
man.
people
We're
to
ready for
do.
that.
There's nothing for people to do. I'm serious. There's nothing. I mean, this will be the
Yeah.
first Paracon in Tennessee ever. Ever.
Really?
Yes, it's never been done in Nashville. It's, they have the
So you get a lot of surrounding areas coming
well,
in.
the thing is they do a lot of the celebrity cons. They do a lot of cons here,
Yeah, they do.
but they don't do paranormal cons here, which I'm really if they do it in Gettysburg and Maryland and
Yeah.
wherever, but it's never been done here, and I don't get it. I don't understand why no one's ever done
No, we'll
a
see
ghost
how
con.
it turns out on you. Maybe you'll be
Well,
doing it every year.
I know
Yeah,
when
we're hoping.
when this guy was doing Hot in Nashville tours or whatever, I went one time and I was really, 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 really super disappointed because seriously, I mean that's the truth because, and I could tell how bored people were because he would walk you. I mean Nashville's pretty big, laid
Right.
out. And
My daughter sings, by the way. She
yeah,
sings.
and I know a lot of the bars down there are haunted. The hotels are haunted. You can't, throw a nickel across
Yeah.
the street without hitting a ghost.
No, you're right.
But it's so
That are homeless people.
but there's
no,
no
just
but
kidding. I don't mean to say that.
but I was like, you got to be kidding, dude. Really? I mean, and I enjoy walking, but
Yeah.
it was too big to walk, man. It was, and then
It
I
is.
thought, well, why doesn't dude get like a little trolley, like those one they got down on Broadway, where the guy pedals, everybody pedals while they drink or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah. Branson, right, Mike? We've seen that.
They wouldn't be able to look at the ghosts if you pedaling too
I
hard.
don't go to Nashville a
Keep
whole lot
pedaling,
anymore.
Keep pedaling.
But I'm thinking, why does this dude get anything? And then it just fizzled because it was boring as whale shit. It was so bad.
Yeah. Well, I love that.
Hey, Mark.
Mark, you're
Yeah,
funny.
I
We
know.
got to close it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right.
All right. Stephen, thank
All right.
you. Mike, thank you. We'll
Thank
talk.
you.
Gwen, thank
Thanks,
you.
Mark.
We'll
God bless you.
I'm
We're
going to
looking
take you
forward to
down and
seeing
then
ya.
Mark can close us out. All right. You
All
too.
right.
Hang on.
Bye.
All right. All right, Mark.
I got a couple ideas. We'll talk for next week. But
Well,
anyway, guys, thank
Lee
you.
and I offered, we offered to give an online reading or something like that. Because,
Can we do that? Can we do
Yes.
that?
Yes, Lee and I also,
Well, if you're
maybe
good with, I need to talk to you guys. I mean, because it's only going to be a week or two before we're going to be heading out there, so I want to make sure everything's still cool. I messaged Lee, but she didn't message me back.
she's been busy. But
yeah,
I got another show, and I'm gonna scooch off here. But everybody, good night.
All right,
Thank you
thank
guys
you.
for coming
We'll guys
on.
talk to you later. All right.
You guys want to go back? Yep. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.